Here is the piece we're going to be working on in today's video, and I'm just going to hop right into it. I haven't posted a video in like 8 months, so let's get started. I first wanted to test out how easily the stain was going to be removed by just sanding, and I was very disappointed. So I needed a little bit of extra help. I've tried this product out before. I saw it on TikTok and I bought it. This is still the first bottle that I bought months ago. I only use it when I really have to. I actually discovered a new tool that you'll see in my next video that is much easier to use and not as messy as using chemical strippers. I took a wire brush and really worked that stain remover into the wood, and then it all started to clump, so I used a scraper just to remove all of that gunk. After I removed most of that top layer of stain, it was time to sand. I started off with 80 grit sandpaper. My original plan for this piece was to try to keep the top natural wood, but it did not work out how I wanted it to, as my fellow furniture flippers will understand. I feel like when it comes to every single piece of furniture, you have this plan for it, but you really don't know how it's gonna all work out until you actually get started. Okay, so I just got done wiping down all the dust on the piece. I kind of have a plan. I kind of want to get rid of the glass that's right here, and that will also save me from having to paint the inside of this piece. So I'm thinking of taking the glass out and replacing it with the burlap. So I'm about to go check to see if I have any left or if I have to order some. Here is a peek at my Mary Poppins dresser. Somehow it almost fits all of the furniture supplies that I use. Not sure how, but unfortunately I did not have any burlap, so I'm gonna have to buy some. Now it was time to prime the piece. I did end up painting the entire entertainment center, and I did about 2 coats of primer. A little tip if you want to try and avoid brush strokes is to use a foam roller instead of a brush. Honestly, since I've started using this, if I have any kind of flat surface where I know I'm not going to have to cut into corners, I'm automatically using a foam roller just because it just makes the finish look so smooth and nice. Another tip that I can give is to sand in between every single coat of primer, paint, and sealer. It's just going to give you that incredibly smooth finish to your furniture. This was a step I forgot to do before I started to prime, was to remove the glass so I could paint around these edges. Because I was going for the color white for this piece, I really needed to make sure I primed in every single corner because of how dark this wood was. This white paint from Melange was sitting for a while, so I did decide to strain the paint before I got started. While I waited for that first coat of white paint to dry, I decided to cut the burlap to size. And I did end up buying this burlap right here from Walmart. And here is a little peek at my cat Whiskey. He's very curious while I do furniture and just likes to sit there. He's the cutest. The one downside sometimes when it comes to burlap is when they fold it up, it causes those creases, but we're going to fix that. Here is one of my latest purchases. I'm so excited about it because before I couldn't listen to music and film at the same time, but now I can just connect my headphones to my watch and I'm so obsessed. So I was Googling on how to get creases out of burlap, and one of the things they said was do not iron. And don't listen to everything you read on the internet, because that's exactly what I decided to do. I decided to just test it out. So I used this empty bottle of Rare Beauty setting spray just to mist down some water on the burlap before I decided to iron out with the heat, and it worked great. My burlap was super smooth, and I guess just try out at your own risk. After ironing out the burlap, I decided to secure it to the door using a staple gun. I was getting pretty close to sealing the piece, but just these big gaps in the furniture were bugging me, so I decided to caulk them just to give it a more cohesive look. You can see the before and the after right here. Now it was time to seal the piece, and I did 3 coats of a water-based poly, and I found the easiest way to apply this is using a sponge. So my mom actually decided to keep this piece, so I let her decide on the hardware, and she found these knobs right here at tjmaxx. And here is the finished look. I went for boho vibes on this piece. You can also see that I added burlap to the open shells on each side of this piece. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's been like over 8 months since I posted my last YouTube video. So please, if you can, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my next YouTube video.